Oh, hey, Biff. Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah, you got my homework finished, McFly?
Well, actually, I figured since it wasn't due till Monday.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think, McFly, think.
Bullying has been around for generations upon generations. Almost everyone has experienced it in one way or another, as a victim, a bystander, or a bully themselves. With the recent rise in technology, a new epidemic has formed, a new type of bullying called cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is defined by the United States Department of Health and Human Services as a type of bullying that takes place on any electronic device which allows the bully to be anonymous and active for 24 hours every single day. In light of this new platform, cyberbullying is a rapid growing epidemic that is causing worse psychological effects on children than traditional bullying because of its higher rates of self-harm and mental disabilities. In one study, 660 elementary school students were surveyed in order to determine the prevalence and effects of cyberbullying in nearby elementary schools. What they found was that children were easier to victimize because the bully could attack them on their device at any time of the day, even in the sanctity of their own home. Cyberbullied kids were found to skip class, have a lack of motivation, and showed signs of social anxiety. This is leaving children no older than 12. Sad and confused, when childhood is supposed to be happy and simplistic. By being put down constantly, with no room to escape, children are being mentally scarred, leaving them with severe complexes for the rest of their lives. Now, some believe that bullying and cyberbullying can be simply lumped into one collective group with one another. They suggest that there is no significant difference between the two, so cyberbullying can be just made a subgroup of bullying. In one such study by Hannah Thomas, she says that the only difference between the two is the platform used to project them. The study suggests that victims react in the same way in both cases of bullying because either way, it is bullying. In reality, the issue is actually much deeper than this simple examination. Another study discussing the same problem found that there is more to bullying than the platform itself. They found that in face-to-face, the power imbalance is brought on by the power that the perpetrator possesses in the real world, while cyber is based off the power that the victim lacks. The repetition in face-to-face is based on behavior repetition over time, and cyber isn't usually the perpetrator's first intention. They found that the attention needs to be shifted to cyberbullying because of its increased prevalence compared to traditional bullying. Getting to a victim in today's world is only an instant message away. This ease of access eventually translates to horrible mental consequences within the bullied children. This constant harassment can cause people to do unthinkable things. In adolescence, 27% admitted to an emergency room were there because of bullying and had attempted suicide, 75% of which were there because of cyberbullying. This shows just how severe cyberbullying is. It is pushing kids around the age of 10 to 15 to try and commit suicide, more so than any other type of bullying. The world should not simply ignore an issue that is pushing children who should be playing with dolls and Legos to commit suicide. Unfortunately, these problems are deeply embedded within the minds of the victims, and oftentimes take a long time to appear, and often never disappear. In college-age women, it was found that they are over 3 times as likely to be depressed if they were cyberbullied in their childhood. This shows that victims don't simply get over their pain. It's a constant nagging in the back of their head, and it prevents them from doing several things with their lives.
In all, cyberbullying creates long-lasting psychological pain in its victims. Unlike traditional bullying, they can't escape after the school bells ring. They are constantly harassed on their phones, computers, and other technology. It is growing in prevalence with the rise of technology. It attacks differently than traditional bullying. Cyberbullying is leading children to higher rates of suicide than any other type of bullying. It has devastating long-term effects. Many children will eventually develop depression because of it. schools need to take a more serious approach when it comes to monitoring the technology at school. If not, children will continue to be plagued by pain.